Gentlemen, hello. I am celebrating something. I've achieved something that I never thought I would. Right? I've always been kind of broke, but then I realized for the first time this year that I've become independently middle class. No. Don't get me wrong, either I'm not upper middle class, I'm like middle class. Like the difference between the two is like sometimes I can't afford almonds. Okay, I can tell you guys are a middle class crowd. Because you heard that and you had a very middle class reaction. You chuckled politely. You went, ha ha ha. I see what he's done there. Almonds can be quite expensive. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't always get to play gigs like this, right? First time I told that joke on stage, I was at one of the roughest pubs in one of the roughest parts of one of the roughest suburbs of Melbourne. I was met with just a sea of faces of guys wearing high visibility vests. One of them stuck his head out from the crowd and goes, "Oi, what are you buying nuts for, dickhead?" So, ladies and gentlemen, I mean it when I say it's nice to be here. I still think as a society we have too much money, right? Like, you know you have too much money if you've ever bought a macaroon and... Yeah, that's it. If you've ever bought a macaroon, you have way too much money. If you're sitting in the crowd and you don't even know what a macaroon is, it's essentially a biscuit for a wanker. If at any point during that applause you leant over to the person next to you and go, "I think it's pronounced macaron," you're an even bigger wanker. Seriously, they're like this big, they cost like 40,000 euro. It goes like car macaroon house. Like, you know you went to a rich high school if you ever played soggy macaroon. If you even got that joke, shame on you. If you're here with your partner and they got that joke, break up with that person immediately. Folks, I have a new addition to my family. I have a baby niece in my family. I love that I have a niece because I think, just generally speaking, girls are more emotionally caring than boys. And I don't think this has ever been highlighted better than the phrase, "here if you need." If you've ever even been within cooey of a netball court, you will have heard this ring out. "Here if you need." Ooh, here if you need. On this side, here if you need. Ladies and gentlemen, never before in the history of a competitive sport where even up to the Olympic level they say this, has there been a demand for the ball that is emotionally conditional. And that is the most beautiful thing ever. It's like, "Oh, I'm here, but only if you need it." You would never see this in a guy's sport. It's never, "Macca, on the bloody wing!" But only if you want to, mate. Netball is the most amazing example of a woman's ability to organise and delegate. Like, what happens on an Aussie rules field? Somebody scores, they throw the ball up in the middle, it's a free-for-all till it happens again. Netball... All right, ladies, here's what we're going to do. When somebody scores, we have a go with the ball, but then it's okay because next time you have a go with the ball, so it's fair. Now, the court's not that big, so we need to make sure we spread out. 2 people, you have to stay up that end. 2 people, you can kind of go around the middle. And 2 people, you have to stay up that end. And just so there's no confusion about what positions we're playing, please, everyone, wear your labels. It's an interesting point to get to in the show because a lot of the women are laughing. But a lot of the guys are looking at me like, "Oi, how the fuck do you know so much about netball?" Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.